It remains one of the most chilling and meticulously orchestrated murders in modern British history, a body concealed behind a false wall in an abandoned bank vault. But this was more than a murder story. It was the unraveling of a multi-million-pound narcotics empire built on deceit, intimidation, and cold-blooded control. Born in the heart of West Yorkshire, Tahir Said appeared to be an upstanding citizen, a respected community figure, even described as a pillar of the area. But beneath this calm exterior, he was orchestrating one of the most sophisticated drug networks the UK had ever seen. From 2016 to 2021, Said's organization smuggled vast quantities of heroin and cocaine into Britain, concealing the shipments within consignments of frozen chicken, a disguise so ordinary it escaped suspicion for years. Over 30 separate shipments entered the UK under this guise. Investigators later traced their origins to Pakistan, Iran, and mainland Europe, revealing a complex supply chain feeding addiction in cities across the country. By the time authorities began closing in, Said's empire had trafficked over 5 tons of narcotics, generating profits exceeding 125 million. In the early 2010s, Said quietly began laying the foundations of his criminal kingdom. From the streets of Bradford, his network grew, stretching into European ports and seeping into the underworld economy of northern England. But no empire is built alone. At his side was a close-knit syndicate of trusted lieutenants. Yusuf Yuz Khan, Said's right-hand man and lifelong friend, managed logistics, coordinating international shipments, securing warehouses, and overseeing domestic distribution. Kaisar Shah, the syndicate's financial architect, laundered millions through a maze of front businesses, car dealerships, construction firms, and offshore accounts designed to conceal dirty money under layers of legitimacy. Imran Khan Ashraf, the delivery driver no one noticed, moved millions in illicit product through British roads disguised as an ordinary courier. By 2016, the network was generating over 30 million annually. Industrial units across Bradford were transformed into secret warehouses, fortified, concealed, and crucial to the movement of product across Europe. One image, later recovered from a phone, showed Said himself operating a forklift unloading a shipment of frozen chicken that in reality contained narcotics worth millions. It was a rare glimpse into the invisible machinery of his empire. But beneath the surface, Bradford was bleeding. Between 2015 and 2019, drug overdoses and addiction rates spiked, sharply silent echoes of Said's growing dominion. By 2019, police surveillance and intelligence began to close the noose. An anonymous tip believed to have come from a rival gang triggered a full-scale operation. Undercover teams tracked Said's lieutenants as they moved heavy bags between vehicles. When officers swooped in, Imran Ashraf was caught with 130,000 in cash, while a raid on Yusuf Khan's property uncovered 51 kilograms of heroin, one of the largest seizures in West Yorkshire's history. The evidence from seized phones, encrypted messages, routes, payment records all pointed upward, directly to Said. Realizing his empire was collapsing, Tahir Said vanished on September 19, 2019. He sold off luxury cars for high-end watches to liquidate assets quietly and entrusted 600,000 in cash to his uncle, Asghar Bashir, hiding it in a freezer. With a fake North Macedonian passport, he fled the UK, traveling through Albania, Kosovo, and Turkey. But exile did not mean defeat. Even on the run, Said kept his operation running. In 2020, Dutch police intercepted 155 kilograms of cocaine linked to his network, proof that his machine was still grinding forward. Yet the empire's downfall would not come from law enforcement, but from within his own bloodline. 2 months into his escape, Said learned that the 600,000 he had hidden with his uncle had vanished. Furious and paranoid, He became convinced that Asghar Bashir, a mild-mannered bus driver known locally as the Singing Driver, had betrayed him. Desperate for proof, Said forced his uncle to undergo 2 lie detector tests, one in Bradford, another in Liverpool. Both results pointed toward deception. To Said it was confirmation. His uncle had stolen from him. Terrified, Asghar sent frantic messages. "I'm in fear for my life. I never went near the garage. I never wanted to be involved." But his pleas went unanswered. On November 29, 2019, the trap was sprung. After finishing his bus shift, Asghar was ambushed outside his mother's house and dragged into a waiting Mercedes. He was taken to a derelict bank on Commercial Street, Batley secretly owned by one of Said's associates. There, behind locked doors, he was tortured for hours, suffering 48 separate blows before succumbing to his injuries. When Asghar vanished, his twin brother grew suspicious and reported him missing. Days later, on December 29, 2019, police made a horrifying discovery. Inside the disused bank, behind a false wall leading to a vault, they found Asghar's body wrapped in cloth, hidden with surgical precision. Forensic analysis of his phone revealed messages that confirmed the truth. He feared for his life and had been accused of stealing drug money. The case instantly turned toward one suspect, Tahir Said. But once again he was gone. He had fled the UK on another false passport, moving between Albania, Kosovo, and Turkey. While his couriers unknowingly kept the frozen chicken pipeline running, international law enforcement was already closing in. In November 2021, Turkish authorities located and arrested Said at his apartment. For 2 years he fought extradition, but by 2023 his resistance crumbled. Back in Britain, the trial that followed revealed the full scope of his empire. Prosecutors detailed encrypted communications from EncroChat, showing how Said coordinated massive drug imports hundreds of kilos hidden among legitimate food cargo. One by one, the members of his syndicate faced justice. Yusuf Khan 10 years, 4 months for conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. Money laundering, Imran Khan Ashraf 2 years, 4 months for money laundering. Kaisar Shah 18 years for manslaughter, conspiracy to kidnap and handling criminal property. Liam Buckley 7 years, 2 months for his role in Asghar's killing. Tahir Said 34 years and 154 days for murder, conspiracy to kidnap and large-scale drug from the quiet streets of Bradford to the docks of Europe. Tahir Said built an empire on fear, silence, and frozen deception. He believed he was untouchable, a ghost moving through shadows, but in the end, every empire leaves a trace. Every lie leaves a mark, and even behind false walls, the truth always finds a way out.